So the time has finally come for Kaga to return home to Arroyo and remove the false one from power and prove to the world that he is in fact the chosen one. And that will be the main focus of this episode. In the background, I'm also going to be preparing more for my inevitable war with the NCR, who are currently kicking Uranus's ass all the way across Arizona and becoming more powerful as they do. So I'm going to be preparing for that by building a heavy line of defenses across all my borders with the NCR, and at the same time drastically increasing the size of my army. So first, let's increase this recruitment. I'm going to do 7 for now, just to fill up first squadron, and then I may increase it even more for the rest. Something I do want to do is add some more perks to my infantry. Just unlock these two here, increase their effectiveness, and then how am I going to take out Arroyo? Now I actually have two options to take. I can either go Raiders of the Lost Prison, which will give me a war goal on Wu's land, which Arroyo currently holds, or I can go Final Revenge, which will give me a war goal directly against Arroyo. I am going to go for Raiders of the Lost Prison for two reasons. I want to keep that other war goal as a backup in case I need it, because the Malay here are currently at war with Arroyo, and I may need that if they take more territory than me, and they probably will. Secondly, I do want to actually use up as much time as possible to, as I said, grow my army even larger. So, cancel this resistance suppression, and I'm going to select Raiders excuse me, of the Lost Prison. It takes a certain kind of ignorance to find freedom in a prison, and grants Sons of Kaga claims, and because Arroyo owns it, a territory dispute decision for the Wo's land's former core territories. So I'm going to start that one off. So now I have some longboat hulls I'm probably never going to use. Let me get multi-deck construction next, just using up the research slots for now. There we go, Raiders of the Lost Prison is finished. I'm not going to take another focus for now. Instead, I'm going to select army training, so my training time goes down by 25%. Then I am going to now demand my rifle territories. I'm expecting them to reject my ultimatum. So I have set up Kaga and his men here in a aggressive assault all the way across. I've included Umbra and the Packers because I know for all intents and purposes they'll also join the war, so I'll take all this land as well. So let's see if they do reject me or not. It's time for some better power armor now, and next I'm going to take overcharged ammunition because I want to see if I can get the unlock for the sophisticated advanced energy weaponry as well. Still really happy that I changed my mind and went with the energy weapons. You can see I've got some arms factories to spare here. I've done this because I'm actually quite happy with this amount of production that I have, and I'd rather have them spare in case I lose any to resistance as I'm fighting wars. So Hayes' NCR has taken New Vegas, and by the looks of it, very shortly are going to take out Flagstaff as well. This is going to be one hell of an NCR to conquer in the next episode, but I'll get it done. And there we go, just as I thought, they rejected my ultimatum, so time to kick this war off. They are going to be fighting on aggressive. I need them to make as much progress as fast as possible. So declare war, and let's see how much war score I can get, because the Marlocks have been fighting a lot longer, so we'll have a lot more of it. As you can see, Umbra and the Packers did join in like I predicted. And let's just carry that, so they're pushing nicely. I just want to make sure that they don't form any lines against the Marlurks and waste my troops. I want them all fighting here, taking as many victory points as they possibly can. Maybe they can encircle some troops along the way. Take them out there. That's what I was worried about. So delete that and add them back in here. Ah, there. Citizen concern is finished. That's what I wanted for my 20% lower war score. Let me boost my troops by tribal pride. Whole armies can get more defense, more hard attack, soft attack, and organization. So research that. And now things are 20% cheaper. Let's get coring. I'm no longer looking for the most expensive for manpower. I just want to core as much as I can, as fast as I can from now on, to get my manpower up, and so I use less garrisons. There we go. Flagstaff is gone. Any minute now we'll probably get the indication that Arroyo's Legion will fall as well. Okay, it's happened again. Connect them on.
Sir.
Really need to take as much as I can here. If I get enough and I can take some of the core territory of Arroyo, they'll do nicely, because it'll mean that the Marlurks will declare upon me if I can't get all of Arroyo. But I do want to get this bottom section here. I don't want to cut them in half. Oop, decision time. What we got? New citizen care package. Yes. Get my compliance up so I can call. Money is coming in thick and fast. Ah, there we go. Okay, so they've got almost 4 times the war score that I do. So I need to be careful about this. Let's take Hornbrook, Temple of Trials. That will be a good one, because that means the Marlurks will probably declare upon me. Now let me see if I can get some more. Let's go here and here. Can I get Kirby? No. They're going to fight me on all of these, but I'm going to carry on trying until I run out of war score to get as much as I can. Can I get anything more? No and no. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm not going to wait to see if they're going to set up a war goal against me. Instead, I am going to use that second focus I was talking about. Not doing westward assault. I don't want to go to war against the NCR just yet. I want to go for final revenge. I have waited a long time for this. A chance to show Arroyo they were wrong in believing the false one. A chance to prove the truth that I am the chosen one. And claims and territory dispute decision for Arroyo's former core territories comes now. I'm going to set up my troops along the border here and get ready for war. Multi-deck construction is finished researching. Now let me get my heavy ships right there, and I can call the boroughs. Making good progress here. Final revenge is finished, so I am going to go back to army training. There's no other focus I want to take right now. Take that back, and let's take this decision for demanding my rightful territories. And again, I'm assuming they are going to say no to it. Again, just as I thought, the fools have rejected my ultimatum. So first of all, let's add all these 7 divisions, perfect, in here. Now I'm going to increase this recruitment up to 10 divisions. Yes. What do we have here? We have military signing bonus. Yes, because I'm below 3,000 manpower. Fantastic. Now I have set up an army group order here on the west coast. That's going to push all the way up, And then first squadron is going to focus just on getting past these two lakes and in there. But I do also have another trick up my sleeve, in that I am going to call, not right away, but once I've made some progress, I'm going to call the Bone Dancers into war, so they can get some war score, even though they are, I don't really think they have that many units. But basically I want to give this territory above Arroyo to them. It will protect my entire northern border. Yes, okay, it did split nicely there, so I'm not going to get flanked. Once they've gotten above these two rivers, I'll put first squadron in with the armed group order. Okay, you guys, how many guys are here? Alright. So you push there. No, there.
Hey.
You push. This A is a bit silly sometimes.
Hello.
But I guess it does the trick. Okay, can't attack from Bone Dancers just yet. I want everything to link up before I call them in. Oh, there's my overcharged ammunition. Let's get... Yes, more division recovery with basic drill. Drive here. Give my scavengers some more power armor. And what can we add here? Okay, we've got pain train. We've got these two. Give it improvisation expert. There we go.
Hello.
Okay, just need them to push past this lake here. Oh, no, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
Had enough.
You two there. Then double day you. I certainly need to get him that what's it called, survivalist. Okay, so now we are across the two rivers. Let me just make sure. Take this there. Delete first squadron's order. Add them in here. Take half of Necrophilian squadron, add them in there so it's a bit more even, and let's carry on pushing.
Sir.
Yes, perfect. I think now, so yes, Deathclaw Ferocity is done. That completes my land doctrine. So now when you use this, I can do some naval modules here. Okay, and Bone Dancers don't have a single unit. Oh well, I can use them as a distraction then. Oh, last shell's been fired there by some mutants.
Hello.
Oh, and the NCR did beat the Legion up. So I'm going to have to take out all of that. Hell of a fight. But it'll be okay. There, another trade round up and running. Brilliant. More money. And we have... No, I'm not doing any... wasting my caps on that. Because I've got a feeling I'm going to have to buy some equipment. Using decisions. Once I form Navarro. Okay. Green on all fronts. I've taken them down to balanced. No reason to push crazily. Where did the Bone Dancers had nothing and now they've got a whole bunch? That's okay, that's okay. Okay, Marlokes are losing. Cracking some freaking crab shells here. Oh, and I've got some dockyards. I'll probably lose them when I give all this extra land to the Bone Dancers, but okay. Okay, there we started that. Let's go there. Oh, bit of encirclement here. Come guys, get in there. Do your job.
I'm hit.
No, double that. You're already injured. You're not in my good books. Getting injured all the time. I think he's been injured like 2 or 3 times this playthrough. That's far too many. There's my tribal pride done. Great. Now let's get here's the compliance one. Civilian education. Resistance target goes down and daily compliance goes up. Exactly what I need for coring. Tribal tree is very strong when you don't have a lot of other research to do. Okay, these guys should be done for very soon. Oh, okay, they've actually caught quite a bit. Let me call Nurina outskirts. That should have a lot of manpower in it. Triremes are done. Let's get assault canoes. That's one thing I might have to watch out with the NCR is naval invasions. Do I not have enough yet? Yes, I do. Brilliant. I can get some more power armor. Okay. Seem to have slowed down, so back to aggressive. These guys on the west coast here weren't advancing because they didn't have a offensive line to work on. Get some detection for the ships I'll probably never build. Whoop, down to 1,500 manpower. Whoop, traders from Hawaii. What do I want? I want stability and political power. There we go. The other option is for some war support, but I don't need that. Go on, how many? They're all on low supply. They have to be cracking soon. What's going on over here? Oh, that is bone dancers. They've taken that bit. That's okay. Do we take Salem? Yes, we took Salem. So where's... Really, these guys are putting up a fight all the way up until the end. Okay, mechanized training for more speed. There's 10 units ready to go. Okay, we'll put them on the line later. I think with my manpower being so low, I need to take out some of these. Let's take it down to 5. Otherwise I'm going to go 0 manpower, and that's not fun for anybody. Okay, St. Anna. And done. Okay, they had some behemoths, that's nice. So I just want here and here. That's what I want. And then, learned this trick from Nightmare Demon Wolf. I'm changing over to the Bone Dancers. And I am going to give them everything else. So that is my... basically my entire northern border guarded by my puppet. And I can now focus on what is important, and that is in the south. So it won't be any more fighting for the rest of this episode, I hope, but I will be preparing my lines and troops, and the next focus I get to start doing now is, now that I have everything in Arroyo, I can now I'm going to start with the old sharpened spear. They say that Minok made his appearance for the false one before he went out on his quest. A steel spear sharpened with a bit of flint. And I'm going to get Knowledge of Arroyo, which is going to take my research speed up by 2% and my factory output also up by 2%. So my detection research is done. I've also gotten H&H tool schematics is finished, and I may actually change over from Walt over to that for the increased construction speed. Be very useful. Now let me go for the way I do my naval research is I only select the weapons that I have on the ships that I have, so I hardly ever get super heavy ships, so this super heavy weapons line I don't do. I also don't do the grappling hooks or the storage modules. Grappling hooks just gives you some boarding teams. I don't really see the point of it, and storage module gives you extra range. Also, don't really see the need with the hopping harbors all over, but otherwise I do basically everything else, and I have quite a nice amount of army experience again. So let's get my final last two 75 point perks just to increase my recovery rate, and then I just need 100 to finish off the last of the infantry and special forces ones. Assault canoe is done, so all the way to the back now. Let's get some sail navigation. Old sharpened spear is finished. Next I'm going to go for a canyon of memories. It has been a good many years since I've seen this canyon. A part of me thought I'd never see this place again, but here I am. And the knowledge of Arroyo is going to be increased further by another 2% in research speed and factory output. Now, something just to keep you guys in the loop, I have actually cancelled my recruitment of more power armor because I want as much manpower for my infantry template. And with the perks I get from a tribal tree, they are probably the most powerful forces and standard infantry you'll probably find anywhere else. A canyon of memories is finished. Next, all the way down to the bottom again. Here we go. Revitalize the hunting grounds. Ever since the false one brought the Gek to this place, the hunting grounds have been filled with life. Let's let our hunters travel there and bring back a full harvest of food. Another 2% to my research speed and factory output. Now, White Legs are taking on Eastport and winning quite easily. I'm not too concerned because I don't own any Utah lands. And their focus tree is all about recapturing Utah. So unless something goes amiss, they should leave me alone. I hope they do. I don't feel like being surrounded by too many large enemies. Mechanized training is done, and this marks the end of the important things I can do for my infantry. So let me jump over to support equipment and boost, or at least get this final boost here for my equipment. I'm going to go for heavy machine guns first, and reliability is going to go up by 3% for all my fire teams. Coach guns is done, so that gave me some anti-air and light attack for my ships. Now let's get some recoil compression studies just so I can get my hit chance up by 3% on ships that I'll probably never have. So civilian education done, that gave me a boost to my resistance and compliance. Now let me build 7% faster with communal projects, and I can call Mount Jefferson. So finish revitalizing the hunting grounds. So next one I have to take, don't know why these are side by side, I have to take the water chip first. This little water chip was what once saved Arroyo, a small bit of circuitry to allow the processing of water. It's amazing what someone before had to go through to get this. And another 2% boost to my research speed and factory output. Then cell navigation's done, so let me get my cutter holes for my light ships. Recoil compensation is done. Let's get some armor for my ships. The NCR are taking on the Sky Reavers, which they'll probably win, and that means I will have a 7th border that I need to guard against when we go to war. The water chip is done. Now let me get the Temple of Trials. Such a holy place, finally under my control. Controlling here, I can finally convince Arroyo elders to give me the name I've always craved. and going to get knowledge of Arroyo again, boosted by 2% research and factory output, and the event Ashes to Ashes, which will decide whether I form Arroyo or Navarro. Lightweight mantles done. Now let me boost my rocket launchers with some vital point targeting. Heart attack and piercing is going to go up for both my anti-tank support and my combined arms. I have checked and I do have the decision to get the advanced energy weapons, but that will come 1st of Jan 2283. So I just want to make sure I've got 60 arm experience in the bank for that. Okay, the time has come. Ashes to Ashes. Kaga stood over the ash of the battlefield through the tinted scarlet lens of his advanced power armor finally. For the first time in far too long, getting to see the place he was denied for so long. It was Arroyo, the place he was born, the one place that had been ripped from him. It was all the chosen one's fault, he told himself, but Kaga knew there was more to it. Maybe if he had let go of his anger, things wouldn't have led to come this far. He looked up at his new familiar home. He remembered what it used to be like when he was a child, playing under the stars with the other children, wondering what could be out there in the wasteland. Arroyo was in his hands now. It was up to him whether or not to let go of that anger that took him here this far. Inside of Kaga was a desire to burn this place down, to force himself to let go, to ensure that nobody else could ever take which was once owed to him, of being recognized as the chosen one. He wanted to destroy this place, make it disappear. He wanted to forget everything that had happened here. He wanted to erase it all from his memory. Yet another part of him thought that perhaps, given time, he would save this place, throw his anger away like the ashes in the wind. There was a fork in the road. Which path would Kaga take? So, with a choice. Anger is a ladder, but I reached my peak, which unlocks the decision to form Arroyo, or I've waited a long time for this, which these people did this to me. I will show them. I will burn their village again, just as their fated nemesis once did. I will embody the spirit of Horrigan and strike down my foes. Now, this will allow me to unlock, to form Navarro. Now, just before we get to that, I do want to show you once again. Sorry, wrong tab. Forming Arroyo will give you more stability, and Arroyo will teach me sacred mysteries, which will increase my industry and construction and electronics tech. Okay. Forming Navarro will give you different options, which I'll show you. Now, something to note, it does not change this bottom part of your focus tree. You will still be able to take on the NCR and go all the way down here to the end. I am almost 100% sure of that. Now, I did do one more check before this episode, and 80% of you still wanted me to form a Navarro and become more enclave light, as I like to call it. So I've waited a long time for this, and boom, now we have the decision to form Navarro, which will give me the ability to purchase forbidden schematics of advanced power armor, vertibirds, and advanced weaponry, and adds the technology for sophisticated, intermediate, and sophisticated air tech, which means I'll finally have an air force. But to get that, we have to own Navarro first. So one more step has been added to my list. So I'm going to end this episode here, because the next step will be taking on the NCR, and that is going to be one marathon of an episode. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.